What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well today. I gotta do a bunch of trimming. Some of these vases I made. I'm gonna switch over to making some pots, and then later on, I'm gonna do a live with my friend Chad from Ugg Chugs. So that should be fun. We're gonna do that live here on my channel. We did one on his channel live. I don't know, a few months ago or something, so see how it goes. We got Hello Random, writes awesome live. Thanks for tuning in always, Hello Random. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. Oh, Lebo. Yeah, if I say your name wrong, Lee, I'm sorry. Can I just call you Lee? Leah. How's it going, Leah? Hope you're doing well. I think I saw you in Oak Chugs Live yesterday. Pretty sure, right? Yeah, we're going to go live together on my channel later today at 2:30, so that should be fun. We did a live on his channel together, I don't know, probably a few months ago at this point, so yeah, should be fun. I'm looking forward to hanging out with him again live. Lee writes, yeah, yep, that's right, cool. Well, thanks so much for tuning in here. I do appreciate you. So if you're just tuning into what I do, I am a flower pot maker by trade, but I also do stoneware and stuff. So I'm been making vases or vases, however you want to say it. But so today I'm trimming these up. I have a whole bunch to trim up, and then I'm gonna switch over to making, so you guys can see some making. And then at 2:30, I'm going live with Oak Chugs. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good day of streaming, hopefully. But thanks for everybody who's tuning in. Fresh Cup of Joel is in the house. Howdy, Fresh Cup of Joel. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Just doing some trimming, getting some stuff cleaned up and everything, and make some pots. And then, like I just said, yeah, I'm gonna go live with Ugg Chugs, so it's gonna be good. Another day making pottery. And I hope you're doing well today, Joel. Fresh Cup of Joel, doing well indeed. Looking forward to Pottery Brothers stream. Yeah, no, it should be fun. We did one months and months ago. I don't even know how long ago it is. I probably should know, but I did not do my own research on my own stuff. So yeah, that'll be fun. Be able to get to talk to each other again in person. Aside from sending each other to do battle stuff. Battle of the streams. Or, who knows? You never know what's going to happen. We might go have a battle live. Who knows? You never know. We have nothing planned. We're just going to hang out again. And I'll be able to introduce him to all the people that follow me. So, it's going to be fun. So, and thanks for everybody who else is tuning in. I see a bunch of people tuning in. And some likes. I appreciate the likes, guys. Thanks so much. Fresh Cup of Joel, thank you for all last night. Yeah, Fresh Cup of Joel, if you guys are watching, he's an aspiring potter, and he's kind of, I hope you don't mind me saying, but he's starting out from scratch, it sounds like, it looks like, and you're watching his journey, and he's doing it live, so that's a pretty cool thing. So if anybody in here is interested in watching a potter go from scratch to probably something really good, subscribe to Fresh Cup of Joel. Leah writes, I'm okay, I have a pretty bad headache today. I don't know why. I think the crazy up and down weather is messing with me, but I'll make it. Well, I'm sorry you have a bad headache. That's horrible. And yeah, the weather being up and down, that's totally a thing. I have the same problem. So when there's like a low pressure and high pressure, it's insane. So I'm just cleaning up the bottom of these right now, just to let you guys know what's going on. don't know. This is one of my more favorite ones from I made the other night, I think. It's funny because you look back at these and you're like, oh, which one's my favorite? And there's really no favorite with any of this stuff, but for some reason, I'm liking the look of this one. Fresh cup of troll, not at all. It is the truth. Okay, it is the truth. I think, right? I don't know. You're doing really good, man. I'm really happy to see. And it was so fun being in your stream last night. It was just like a whole stream full of different potters, like throwing out verbal advice, which is really hard to do. It's hard to really put advice into words. Some people are really good at that, and especially when you're typing in a comment, trying to say, oh, maybe compress the bottom, or what I wanted to say to you is when you're going down into the pot and you make your base, one thing I do is I take my middle finger and I put it down to that base and I push into it and I cut away, and that actually makes like a spot where you can feel to pick up the clay with. So next time you're trying that, I hope that works, because it's kind of hard to describe that, and I guess I just said it, but it's hard to it's hard to describe in a in a comment. So Leah writes, my body just decided it was going to do allergies all of a sudden, turned 30, so that was fun. I didn't even know that could happen until it did. Crazy. Yeah, no, that's stupid. So at 38, I'm 43, so at 38, I found out that I had an allergy to peanuts or nuts. Like, I don't, like if I'm on a plane, somebody opens a bag of nuts, I'm not going to be the guy that just drops, but how annoying. My whole life I ate peanut butter, and I always had hives, like everywhere. And I thought it was just like, my mom was like, oh, it's sweat hives and this and that. It's like, well, no. So when I stopped, I had one day where I had a problem breathing after I was eating just my Ritz and peanut butter. I grew up on it. That was my fiber intake. It was like, what the heck? So one day I had a problem breathing with it, and I was like, okay, this has got to be something going on here. So I stopped nuts completely. No more hives. I called my mom and told her. She was like, you're not allergic to nuts. I'm like, there's no more hives. Do you remember those hives? She's like, yeah. I'm like, they're gone. So I'm sorry you have to go through that, but it is one of those things. And stuff that you don't like eat often, you might have an allergy to because you haven't eaten it often. So it can get crazy. Let me just grab another one of these. I got a bunch of these to clean up. Fresh cup of Joel writes, Potters Unite. Have a hard time juggling the chat and focusing on what I'm doing. If I ever seem frustrated, it's from that. LOL. I truly appreciate all the advice. Dude, it is so hard. I mean, I've been a potter for, I don't even know how many years right now. I mean, professionally since 99, so I guess what's the math on that? We're at 25 years professionally. But I started selling my pots in 96. Wow, 28 years or something. So it kind of can be second nature making the pots. Because I can just look over and I can look away and I can do whatever while I'm making normal things that I make all the time. But to be able to read comments, and just a suggestion, if you get any people in there that are, what do they call, trolls, you might want to read the comment first and then read it again out loud. It's a really hard thing to do. So you got to read, and you have an iPad set up, it looks like, in your live streams as well. So having that iPad set up and having it closer to you, and I don't know if there's a way on yours to make it a bigger text. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, because it'd be really nice to have just a really big text that I can read. But yeah, you have to read it first, see if there's anything that you don't want to, say out loud, and then literally say it again. So you're reading it, you're making your pots, we were reading the comment once, and then you're reading the comment again out loud, and you got to do it all real quick. So, not all of us, especially me, I didn't go to school for public speaking, so, or public reading for that matter. I feel like the guy from Adam Sandler, when was it Billy Madison, where you have to read something out loud, and somebody's like, "Today, Junior." That's kind of how I feel a lot. Sorry, I'm already missing chat. Leah says, being verbally descriptive, usually only words, I mean, like you're talking about in text form, is apparently a skill. I'm trying to teach my kiddos, and they can describe things well at 3 and 4. Oh, very cool. Yeah. I mean, that's probably, I would probably say, one of the most important things in life. Though I don't know where we're headed in society where people can just text and whatever, and that's what they do. But there's no emotion behind it. So to be able to verbally communicate what you're saying, I could say that pot's really nice in a text, or I could say that pot is really nice, or that pot is really nice. 3 different meanings, no tone, no text. So let's see, Fresh Cup of Joel. If you haven't yet, folks, consider dropping this man like he deserves one. Well, I appreciate you guys. That's very nice of you, Joel, for saying hitting the like button. But yep, always appreciate the likes, the subs, whatever. If you enjoy watching pottery being made, this is what my channel is all about. Pretty much, also I'm a musician, and I post other stuff that I just enjoy. So it's the Ben Wolff channel. Thanks for tuning in. It's kind of funny too, because I haven't looked back at any of these. I feel like I'm kind of like Johnny Depp that way, like he's never watched his own movies. So I don't really know how they're coming across, but I hope you guys are enjoying them, everybody who has subscribed. Yeah, it's fun. I've been having a good time doing it. And I hope you guys are having a good time here. And I hope you guys are just doing well. Hopefully this is a good place where you can just hang out and listen to a wild man potter in his basement just talk to himself, basically. Kind of how it feels sometimes, even though I am talking to you guys when you're writing texts or when you're writing comments. Let's see. Leah writes, yeah, it's been crazy. I just get super congested, and it's never been super bad until this year. I guess everyone has, because that's all I've heard when I've inquired with my kiddos, doc, or mine. Yeah, no, I hear you. And the body changes. We just change. Like I have like bad sciatic nerve damage from making pottery. I lift clay all the time and do very odd movements. And this year it's been ridiculous. Like pain from right about here all the way down my right leg, all the way to my ankle, like all the time. And then it goes away for a minute, and then I go to load a kiln, and I have to bend over real far to fit in there. So I'm like 6'1" or 6'1". So bending over to hit the bottom of the kiln, like I really got to bend over. And oh my God, and then it shoots that pain right up. It's like, ah. But it's all part of it. And I know it could be worse because I've done a lot of different jobs in my life. And I'm glad I'm not on a roof. I'm glad I'm not throwing hay, milking cows, doing all the other stuff I did in my youth. I feel very honored to be able to make pots for a living. And I most certainly hope to keep doing so. LYS or Liz, I don't care, I call you Liz, is that cool? I don't know. Hello everyone, sorry I'm late. You're not late, you're here. Thanks for tuning in. Leah writes, don't feel the need to read all my comments out loud if you don't want to. Oh, I write books. Oh nice, you write books. Awesome, that's cool. But I don't want, but I won't be inappropriate. I I don't really care. I can read it quick, and if I see words that stand out as inappropriate, I just won't say them. But I have a very, just to let you guys know, I have a very dark sense of humor at heart. So there's nothing that you could really write that would be bad. YouTube would not like if you wrote specific words. And just be nice to each other if you can. That's all I really care about. I kind of like having a place where people are happy hanging out with each other, virtually, basically. So that's my fun behind it. But you can do whatever you want. Free country. So I guess I'm not describing what I'm doing over here. If you guys can see, I don't know if you can see, but so I have a rack here. This is for where I put all my saucers, basically, or some bigger pots when I need them to dry. And then behind that, where the fans are facing, I have like a bunk bed style setup that I made out of 4 foot by 8 foot pieces plywood, 3 different levels, actually 4 if you count the floor. And I have the fans face right at them. So I have all my pots over there that I've dried. I'm taking each one over here, cleaning it up, signing them, and I'm putting them back to the top shelf. And then I have these stands I put up, or racks or whatever, put up, and put the fans directly on those, blasting them to get them bone dry before I put them in the kiln. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then we're gonna be making pots. Let's go with Joe. Hello, Bill Burr's rough to find you. Oh, Billy boy, how are ya? I've listened to Bill Burr since literally the early 2000s, back when he was, back when he was just getting kind of going with, like on the Opie Anthony show and stuff. Yeah, that's when I heard of him. And then, of course, when he hit big on Netflix, it changed everything. So, but it is funny. Well, I live in between New York and Boston, so that kind of dark humor is just flowing everywhere around here. Sarcasm, New England sarcasm is just whatever. And yeah, no, I enjoy. I love comedians. That's my thing. When I'm have free time, that's what I'm listening to, guys. Is different, I guess, comedians podcasts or stand-up specials and whatnot. And you're right, Joel. You might be rubbing off. Oh, let's see. Liz writes, I work with trains in 100-degree heat. Oh, wow. I would love to work with Pottery indoors. Yeah, grass is greener for everybody. Working on trains would be kind of fun for me. I don't know. But you're right, 100-degree heat. I'm all right with heat. I'm always cold. That's because I'm from New England. Joel, I think I'm just going to keep going with this Bill Burr stuff. Leah writes, oh, it's the same about the sense of humor level, but being in chat streams so often, he's trained me to be super appropriate, I guess. Yeah, and you know what? That's a really cool thing to do. You know, his streams are awesome. I love Chad's streams, and he's going to be on later with me. And I keep it as super appropriate here. I have yet to swear. I think I've said one word that is not PC or whatever you guys. I need to, what all these acronyms, somebody's just, like I keep saying in these things, somebody's got to send me a pamphlet, what I can't say, can or can't say anymore. I mean, I know the bad ones. I'm not, you know, not an evil human being. But there's certain words that have changed and are now are inappropriate to say. And I'm an 80s kid. What am I going to do? It's hard not to say some of this stuff. What am I going to do? There's been a few moments in these lives where I really, like, people were writing acronyms. Acronyms are the ones that get me the most. Like, I never was an acronym guy. No idea. Like, no idea what half of these acronyms are. I remember I got my first cell phone in, like, 2015. It was a little late to the game. And my buddy texted me, or I texted him, hey, got my first cell phone. And he wrote back, yeah, welcome to the real world, LOL. And I wrote back, lots of love, dude? What are you talking about? He wrote back, no, it means laugh out loud. I'm like, well, to me, my grandmother used to write me letters that would say, I hope you are doing well, miss you much, LOL. XOXOXO, which meant lots of love, hugs, and kisses. So even that has changed on me. Well, I missed the chat. I'm sorry. Lee, I love George Carlin. He was my favorite. Dearly missed that one. Oh, sure. Yeah. Carlin, he actually was when I first got my first CD player. I got 3 CDs with the first CD player. I had cassette player, obviously, but when I first got my first CD player, I got, this is hilarious. I got Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood, and George Carlin Stand Up. And it had the whole, F word usage thing in there. So that was that CD. I forgot what it's called, but I loved it. Let's see. I'm losing some chat. I'm sorry. Leah writes, oh wow, Liz, what do you do? Conduct, maintenance? Yeah, what do you do, Liz? Yeah, just George Carlin. Liz writes, car manufacturers put new cars on trains to get them to dealerships. Yep. And I help load and unload to make sure each vehicle reaches its destination. Do any cars get built on those trains while they're transporting them, Liz? Cheerleader, when are you and Chugs doing a dual live? Today at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to end this stream at around 2. Go up, kiss my wife, and probably take a bathroom break. And then load up and start it back up, and it's going to be on this channel. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Chad and I did another live before in the past together, and we just have so many things in common. It's like I'm like the northern version of him, like in what we do and what we like. We don't really look alike. I'm tall. He's not as tall, but we have a blast talking to each other. So it should be fun, and I hope all you guys tune in for that. Yeah, so it should be a good time. Hey, Sunset. Oh, hey, Sunset, or ASMR Sunset. How's it going? Would you rather be called ASMR or Sunset? I might just do whatever. But I like ASMR videos a lot. I've made a few. I haven't put up the ones that I have done, because I don't know if the people in my pottery channel will enjoy them, but I take long film of like rivers and ponds and this and that, and then I've created streams from them. Or I can create streams from them, and I just haven't done it yet on this channel. But because this channel is a lot of people always say this is so relaxing to watch and this and that, I might do a few live streams of those in the future. Just a place for people to hang out, relax, study if you're studying, meditate if you like to meditate. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's something I should do, because I've got a lot of them. The ones that I actually film. I'm not one of those people that are going to go out and like buy footage to use. Let's see, Liz. I do poke around the locomotives, the actual train with the engine. Okay, cool, nice. Though they're ungodly loud. Yeah, so do you wear earplugs the whole time? Cheerleader. Hey, Leah. Liz writes, I see why MI means in case you missed it. Well, see, there you go. I'd rather just have you write in case you missed it. Because I'm just glad humans don't talk this way, and there's not like, ICMI. I'd be like, why did you say that? I get the point that it's faster. The one that kind of irks me is when you do something for somebody and they write just back like TY, like thank you. Like just say thank you. Is it that much harder to just text the full words? Like usually when you do something for somebody that usually requires them to say thank you, take the time out of your day to type the full thing. So here's one that I made. Somebody in the live where I was making this said, do something strange and different. So I did. Just gotta put these up. Move it on up. But I do appreciate everybody in here. 13 likes. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you hitting that like button. So I think the more times you hit like, the more people we get in here. For some reason, I think that's how it works. I don't know if it is. I have no idea. See, somebody just hit a like and it went up. Everybody hit the like button. We'll see how many people we can get in here. Big pottery party before the Pottery Brothers live, which I'm going to be doing at 2:30. So if you enjoy this stuff and you want to watch two potters talking together on my channel here, subscribe. And at 2:30 Eastern time, we're going to be doing that. Wow, look at all the hearts. Thanks, guys. If I'm missing chat, I'm sorry. Liz says, I have to tell my younger coworkers to use real English in our group chat. Yep. All these 18-year-olds are speaking other language, I swear. You know, I think they are. I'm complete agreement with you. I'm an 80s kid, so I'm 43 years old. And yeah, I definitely feel like there's, it's just a whole different world. We're adapting. I'm adapting. I'm trying. I just need to be informed. When somebody says, when I say, what the heck does that mean? Just tell me. Yeah, man, these kids these days. All right, hello. Oh, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Leah writes, I had this memoir until I lifted it to a sick kid in my local hospital. I said, I said, kid, he probably was 19 or 20. Yeah, I know. Isn't it strange? Well, it's funny because us 80s kids, like, when we, yeah, at least in my area, like, a lot of us, like, everybody had, like, beards and full beards in high school and stuff. So when I see, like, a 25-year-old, and they really do look like they're 16 now. I don't know. But here's one, actually, I put a Greek key on. It's kind of a cool design. It can also be Egyptian looking, whatever, but I don't normally do too much design. I really focus on the lines of pots and the shape more so than actual just tons of design stuff. So yeah. Sorry I'm running back and forth, guys. This is just what I got to do before I can start making pots. But this is all part of the job. Most people think it's just making pots, and that's not the case. You have to make the pots. You have to let them dry. You have to, fettle or trim them. You have to let them dry more. You have to pack the kilns. You have to fire the kilns. You have to unload the kilns. You have to take pictures of each pot and put them on the internet for sale. You have to, or bring them to a store. Then, or if you run a store like I do too, you have to bring them to the store, and then you have to deal with people and sell the pots. So that's one of the biggest things. Oh, pottery looks so fun. It is so fun to make it. There is a lot more to the process than just making. And once you get good at the making, then you got to figure out how to be good with selling and all that other stuff. So this one's actually kind of cool too. I put a Irish Celtic knot on there. That's the Billy Burr pot. I don't know why this joke about Bill Burr. I think I said something. I think I said Hawaii in one of the last live feeds. So first couple of Joel had me going with that. Let's see. What am I missing here? Yeah. Yep. Can't complain. Hey. Yeah. Sorry you have that, Leah. That's no fun. All right, huh? That's that's the spirit. See the positive in that. It could always be worse. Oh, 100%. I know it could be worse. I know what I could be doing. Um, like, you ever watch the Inside the Actors Studio? And there's like, what's the worst job you could think of doing? And some of these people are like, I don't know, being a waiter. It's like, really, you can't think of anything else. What about a coal miner? What about a arborist who's cutting down 100-foot trees? What about a farmer, that's digging in the dirt all day? What about on the farming? Actually, I shouldn't say the one I'm thinking of, but for cow breeding, you need to collect certain things to be able to do so. That would be the worst job for me. If anybody got that, you got it. I'm not just gonna come out and say what it is. Even being a cow breeder, that's dude. I've held many a tale for that situation. Whew, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Let's see. All right, so your work is impressive, man. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. You're really nice. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out today. Have I seen you in Oak Chugs before? I think I have. I can't remember. A lot of the names on here, like, if they're regular names, I'll definitely remember it. Like Leah, I will remember for sure. Oh, I should remember, which I did, because I thought we might have been chatting somewhat back and forth in Oak Chugs yesterday. But I don't know. And Oak Chugs is going to be in my live coming up at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we're going to make pots together and talk about being potters. And who knows what we're going to talk about. We might just get into an argument about Bert. I don't know if you guys know that reference. You might. Leah, those are two cool people, are creative and talented. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Leah writes, I really try to do that always. People think that little bit of attitude is useless and annoying sometimes, but we manifest our thoughts and feelings and don't want to manifest negativity and yuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not like a negative. I try to stay positive, for sure. But, like I said, I'm from New England. Like, I hate to say it, but us New Englanders are like, we thrive in sarcasm. So we're kind of like those Don Rickles types. We're like, oh, that pot looks real nice. That kind of joke where you are doing a good job, but I'm gonna give you a kind of a sarcastic whatever. So I love that kind of humor back and forth. And honestly, like I said, being an 80s, 90s kid growing up, that's what you did. You played hot potato with insults back and forth with each other just to get it off you and on to the next person for survival's sake. But yeah, it is how it goes. Well, yeah, if I'm missing anything, guys, I'm sorry. Just type it again. Let's see. Irish pattern. Buy that and drink Guinness out of it. Yeah, sure, good though. That would be a Johnny Depp mega pint. That would be one big drink. People work driving in literal and scuba gear to lose clogs, and people complain about being waiters. Yeah. Oh, you are a mod in Uggs. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, that's, yeah, I get your point. I mean, there are so many, think about the jobs that are out there that, I am lucky. This is totally lucky. But there's also like the other side that with the pottery stuff that a lot of people don't understand is that you have to go through obviously years of getting to the point where you feel like your pots are good enough to sell. And then when you do, you step into this whole other world. And usually, what the best plan of action is, if you don't just, weren't lucky like me and had my father was a potter, so I could, you know, whatever. You have to market yourself and you have to go out and do shows. So you have to stand there, and it feels like you are a carny, or whatever you want to call it. If that's a bad word, I don't know. Whatever. But you have to stand there and sell your product and have people go, yeah, I like it. It's too expensive. I don't like this. Why are you making these? What are you doing? Oh, I really love this. I love this. So it's up and down and with emotion and this and that. Once you get to the point where you can sell and get some stores, then you can back off from all that. So, speaking of the devil, there's Ugg Chugs. Ugg Chugs is in the chat, everybody. Let's see. Fresh Cup of Joel writes, does Friday night work for the duo stream perhaps? I remember you saying weekends don't work for you. You know what? I'll try to figure out if Friday or Saturday. There is some things I have to take care of this weekend, so if we could play that by ear, I got your number. So I will shoot you a text and let you know, and we should do the live lesson on your channel, and hopefully it'll help. I don't know. Like I said, verbally teaching without being there in person, I've never done that before, so I'm willing to try as long as you are, and we're good for there. So, but yeah, everybody, Ugg Chugs is in the chat. We're doing a stream in a little while at 2:30 Eastern time together on this channel, and we did one on Ugg Chugs channel. So, and if you haven't subscribed to Ugg Chugs, Fresh Cup of Joel, they're both potters. Fresh Cup of Joel is just getting started. So if you want to watch a potter from scratch, go. Chad from Ugg Chugs has been making pots professionally for 15 years, I believe. He's an awesome human being. We're gonna have a lot of good time, hopefully, in the live together here. We're gonna talk about just stuff, normal potter stuff. But we did one on his, so I'd like to introduce him, and what his stuff has been, who he is as a person, and all this stuff to my subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call them, followers. And yeah, looking forward to it. So 2:30, if you guys want to, tune back in, or just subscribe, hit that bell notification, and it'll let you know when we go live. It should be around 2:30. Let's see. Chad, everybody. Yeah, everybody's saying what's up. Let's see. Ugg I'll be a bit late on my own stream because I have to schlep 2,000 pounds of clay into my building. That's one of the points I was just saying, guys. It's not just making pots and hanging out on the wheel. Like, literally, he's got to pick up 50-pound boxes and carry them into the building and drop them down. My wife and I bring them downstairs, and she's been doing it lately the most, which is awesome, because I have a torn back, but literally carrying 50-pound boxes through a garage, down a Belco door, into the basement, make the pots, let them dry, carry them all back up into the firing. It's just nonstop carrying. So if you see the muscles on him, some of those aren't just from working out. Yes, Ugg Chugs is right. We might have a good time, or we might have war. I don't know. I don't have... Here. I'm not shaking in my boots, but my boots are shaking. I've never taken off my shoes on a live before. There you go, Chad. Yeah, Liz, only time will tell. All hail Bert. Yes, I apologize to Bert. I made this official. We're all just gonna keep doing it. Bert the non-doll. Bert the Destroyer. Bert the Destroyer. Bert. Arnold just says, maybe I should get a doll and name him Arnold. We could have Arnold and Burt Reynolds go at each other. I just said it again. I think I just said it again. I didn't mean it. It just rolled off the tip of my tongue. Maybe I should get an action figure too and name him Arnold. You know what I do? I think at my mother's house I have an old, uh, a couple of things from the '80s, like a He-Man. What the heck was that guy's name? He was all just covered in fur. Now you got me thinking. I think I do have something. Not in this house, I don't, but it's at my mother's. Let's see. Who knows how much time without? Yep. Action figure. Yes, he is. What is it you're carving into the vase? I'm literally just signing the bottom, Ben Wolff, with my name. I'm cleaning them all up. I sign each one. That way, when everybody actually purchases one of the pots, they're getting one that has an actual signature on it. With my flower pots, I actually stamp my name into the side of them with a number that indicates the amount of wet clay used to create each piece. So, 21 likes, guys. Thanks. Appreciate you. So yeah, that's what I do with the flower pots. With these, I don't put my name on the side with a stamp. I'm not a big fan of, personally not a big fan of branding on the side of glazeware, but that's just me. Other potters do what they do. And for my stuff, that's what I like to see. I just like to see what the glaze does, so. And because I don't do glazing all the time, I really like the glaze to do what it's gonna do. And then look back and say, hey, that was cool. Or, hey, that wasn't cool. Let's see. Marker's mark, maybe. Yeah, basically. Leah says, Leah says, look at my lovely alliteration. Action figure. Yeah. Yep, I got you. So you do this as a career, if I understand this right. Oh, sure. Yeah, I've been doing this full time since 1999. Full time since 19. I'm gonna make pots like it's 1999. Yeah, full time since '99. I guess part time because I started selling my first. I consider it when I sold my first pots. I've been making pots since I was a wee little lad. So that's me at 3 years old, standing making pots, looking at a spinning wheel. So I've been doing it my whole life. My dad's a potter, so and I'd spend time with my dad on weekends, and the weekdays I'd be at my mom's house, and she remarried a dairy farmer, so I literally was milking cows and throwing hay and picking rocks out of fields, and then on weekends I'd go and hang out with my dad, and while he's at the shop I had to be there with him, so I'd be either making pots or whittling knives with another knife. Yeah, and then I just started making pots. So yeah, that's my career. And you're right, I started doing that. What is it? 96. I first sold my pot. So this is gonna be like 28 years or something. Is that right, guys? My math is off. I'm a public school kid from New England. That's a long time. I should. Oh my God. That means like for a typical career, I should be able to retire like in 2 years. Wouldn't that be interesting? But I'm pretty sure that's never gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep making pots for the rest of my life until I drop. My dad's doing the same thing. He just makes pots every day. He's 74 years old now, and he makes pots every single day, 7 days a week. He's only putting in probably 4 or 5 hours out there now, but he's still getting up and going out there, and he's making bigger and nicer pots than he made in his 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. We're always learning. That's the cool thing about this whole thing. Like we're always learning about how to become better potters day by day. There's little things that'll teach you every single day. All right, it's cool. Fun when people manage to make their passion their job. Thanks for being able to understand my broken English, by the way. I mean, I have broken English. I keep saying in these chats that I I have the vernacular of a woodchuck. So, but I usually can read through spell check, or as I sometimes say, pell check, spelled Pelltchek, pell check. That throws people off when you text that back to them after they write something that's spelled wrong. All right, so those are all cleaned up. I can now scrape all these, clean up all these bats. Getting ready to make some pots, and then I can start making pots with you guys. Feel bad for Chad lugging that 2,000 pounds of clay. You should stream it, dude, because I know you keep your lives family friendly. Well, moving clay, there's a lot of unfamily friendly things that get said. At least in my household. Ah, there's clay. Ah, why do I even do this? Yeah, Ochugs, oh man. I understand this, what this old guy is saying. Yep. Better than physique of a woodchuck. Hey, you're right. You're right, Ochugs. The vernacular for woodchuck is better than a physique. That's it. Overwrites, I can speak Swedish instead, but Chad thinks I'm saying bad words all day long. I unfortunately only speak English. I don't know about Chad if he can speak any other languages, but that's the one thing I wish my brain absorbed. We back? Yeah. Okay, I figured out that problem. So when somebody calls in on my phone, it literally just like freezes everything. And even if I have it on Do Not Disturb. So I figured out I could swipe up, close the app, open it back up. Now, did you guys just see like a lag for a second? Or was I stuck like... Okay, it's coming off the truck. Hope he doesn't break the pallet. Yeah, well, having it, be on a pallet for one thing, that's pretty sweet. I literally go up and my wife has been doing it, going up and literally picking up 1,000 pounds at a time, and throwing each box into the back of the van from a pallet, because silly me went off to, when I got my van, I was like, oh, sweet, I'll be able to get pallet loads. Oh, I got a hatchback out of the van. That was the only one they had. They didn't have the doors that open. So I get up there, I'm like, sweet, you're gonna put a pallet. You're gonna put a pallet in there. I mean, I grew up on a farm. How could I not figure out you're not gonna be able to fit a pallet in here with the thing? It would just bust the windows out. Whatever. It's just one of those things in life. Again, Leah writes, yes, and I could hear you. Okay, so you could hear me, but the thing froze. Okay, cool. Thought my daughter did something. Had it like paused on you, like completely sabotaged your Wi-Fi. Hang on one second, just gonna grab some more of these bats and I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I wonder, does anybody know in here? Maybe Chugs knows, but there's a way to set up like multi-cameras. There probably is. Maybe like using OBS or something. So I could just hit a button and the camera would show me over there. Or if I'm wedging, have another camera there. I mean, it's a bit of an investment for just going live on here. Or I also sometimes go live on my Instagram page. If you guys want to follow me there, I'm at Wolff Pottery on Instagram. Sometimes I go live on there. But I've been having way more fun here hanging out with you guys on YouTube. Yeah, I really am. So I'm sticking to this mainly, but once in a while I'll go live real quick over there to show people like what's going on with the store, you know, this and that real quick. And it's funny because people will be like, I was on Instagram when I was driving. We figured to pull into your store. It's like, what? You're just driving, scrolling through Instagram? How about you guys sit there and talk with each other while you're driving? Let's see. I've been driving forklift for 10 years. Don't you? Yeah, you need a forklift license, don't you? I don't know. I've driven one before and I didn't. Apparently you need a forklift license in Connecticut. I don't know. Is that true? Somebody fact check me. 10 years. I broke a pallet at work. Yeah, it does. That it does. It happens. That was Forrest Gump. I'm not very good at the Forrest Gump accent. Mama Jenny. I can get it if I try. It happens. It's horrible. It's horrible. Let's see. Leah writes, could not hear you. But only for a sec. Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, when it freezes like that, I have to like swipe out and whatever. Hopefully that doesn't happen when I'm live with Chugs later at 2:30. Eastern time. Actually, I have one more to do with this. Of course. I always get ahead of myself. I don't know if you guys do this at work, but you like see one or two more things you have to do and you're like, okay, I'm done. That happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh, one or two. Okay, well, was that one or two ago? Oh, within like 2 seconds. It's like, oh, I'm done. No, you're not. So, yeah, I have just a stack more of these. Creating some silica dust for myself. Obviously not going nuts with shaking these around, but clay, it creates a lot of dust. 23 likes, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for hitting the like button. That's nice of ya. I think I have it on subscriber only mode. I think I set that up earlier. So if you do want to chat in these lives, yeah, I do have it on. Okay. It says it at the top here. But if you want to chat with everybody in live, yeah, hit subscribe. You can chat along with us. I'll try to answer all your questions. Sometimes I miss stuff. It happens. Yeah. All right. So let's take over here. So this is my stack. My really stack of bats. I think there's probably, I don't know, there's probably at least 70 here, and then I have another 70 down there. Yeah, a lot of bats. So I'm gonna set up for so ridiculous. Over subscriber mode is good most of the times. Keeps annoying people typing dumb stuff. Yeah, I mean, I went live the other night. I think it was until midnight on Sunday, and I did not have it on subscriber only mode. And did I get some comments in there, which I don't care. I think it was funny, but no, I was getting whatever you guys call them, trolls, just being so unruly. Some of this stuff was ridiculous, which is funny because I mean I don't do much of this like being offended, so it's really hard for you guys, to be honest, to offend me. So I'm all right with it. But I do have to say it was pretty funny, some of the stuff people were writing. And because my computer's upstairs, I don't think I can turn off from a live turn subscriber mode on from here. I've never tried it from my mobile. Actually, if anybody knows, let me know. All right, so I'm setting this up to just weigh out some clay. Let's see if this works for ya. Let's see. If Chad streams have taught me anything, it's that people will subscribe to say some crazy stuff. That works too. So yeah, they'll subscribe. They'll say some crazy stuff, and then they'll just unsubscribe. I don't care. All right. So the clay comes in bags. This is the bag I started on yesterday. I think you guys can see the, yeah, I have a weigher. This is a 4-pound block on one side. Yeah, we're gonna get going. We're gonna get going making some more vases. Because I've done it so much, I kind of know how 4 pounds goes exactly. Usually get it right every time. I'm gonna wedge. Time to wedge. So that's what it looks like wedging. I don't know if you guys are having fun watching that. So I'm gonna bring it back. Let's just make some pots. Yeah, you can see I'm making pots in my... I've made pots for a long time here in my basement. So let's see here. There we go. There we go. Nope, it's not right. I'm trying to fix it. That noise is not me. If it was, I would 100% claim it. All right, so let's make some vases. And what I like about making vases is I can make them completely different every time. And what's going to happen today in the stream, guys, I'm going to stream here for another hour, and at 2 o'clock I'm going to stop. I'm going to hang out with my wife for a little bit until 2:30 and start up the live with Ugg Chugs. And so we're going to have 2 potters in here. And if you guys want to subscribe and come back and look and see 2 potters hanging out talking about pottery and stuff, who knows, we might have an online battle of some type. I don't know. I hope not. I actually really enjoy Chad, so I hope we're not battling anymore. But yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Piper. Piper writes, hi. Hi, Piper. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Writes, people that have the energy to go hating online need to work overtime and get some energy off their hands. Not a bad one. Master Gaming. Master Gaming. Thank you for tuning in, Master Gaming. You've been my first stream together. Okay. Oh, you mean Chad? Yeah, when we go with Chad. Yeah, cool. No, this is gonna be our second stream. We did one on his channel months ago, and we're gonna do another one today together at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Leah writes, "Guy, I wish I had a hammock. I would take a nap outside. It's beautiful in East Tennessee today. Running like 70 degrees, I think. Gorgeous. Oh, wow. Was everything okay for you over in Tennessee? I just feel so bad for everybody that went through everything with the last storm. Yeah, I hope everything's okay for you. I'm glad you're having a nice day now. Master Gaming, oh yeah. All right, so we have started to go get like frost in the morning. Now I'm pretty much here. Yeah, I'm in Connecticut. So, and where are you from? But yeah, it's been dropping down. My wife had the wood stove on last week for 2 nights because we were down in the low 40s. So it wasn't full frost yet, but It sure felt like it. Because it went from like 80 to 40. So, oh, you're in Sweden. Okay, I think you said that before. Well, you said you spoke Swedish. Yeah, I didn't know that you were actually in Sweden. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Sweden. That is so cool. I have never been to your country. It actually looks beautiful, though. I can tell you that much. The only other country I've been to is England, aside from the United States. I haven't even been to Canada. Which is pretty much 4 hours up the road from me. Maybe a little longer, 5 hours. I've never even been just because I haven't been. And I think it's kind of funny that I haven't, even in high school, because I think the drinking age was younger than it was here in the States, and I still didn't go up there. You could have just hopped on a train and went up, had a good time, but I never did. Let's see. Oh, you've started to get frost in the morning now? Wow. Okay. All right. So Sweden, is that? Are you near the Alps, right? Right. Swedish Alps. You guys have the Alps in Sweden too, right? I don't know. Again, I'm American. My public school failed me. No, I failed public school. My own fault for not knowing all the geography and all this stuff. Sorry, my chat is. There we go. Yeah, in my area, yes. To my east and north, not so much. They got pretty hard, massive flooding, dam failures, Ike, insane. It's insane. I've signed up for a few places to volunteer. It just breaks my heart. It's breaking my heart too. The stuff I've seen, it's just like, and just some, stuff online. It's really heartbreaking. And I'm so sorry to everybody. If anybody's in here that's watching from in that neck of the woods, I am deeply sorry for all the stuff you guys are going through. It's 100% not fair. Master Gamer says I live in Montana. Nice. Never been to Montana either. Montana's probably one of those states that I would go and be like, I don't want to come back. I would live like, I don't know, Legends of the Fall out there. Get a couple horses. Find some land way out in the middle of nowhere. I think that's where that movie was filmed. Or at least took place in. I could be wrong. Sweden is nice for such a small country. We have different nature in the country, all from big fields of wheat in the south to the forests and mountains in the north. Yeah, that's so cool. Is the far north of Europe? Yeah, no, I know where it is. It's on the Baltic Sea. The Alps is northern Italy, Australia. Ah, okay, Austria. Gotcha. There's something about Sweden. I would love to check it out. Whatever. Maybe later in life I'll be able to do a bunch of traveling to see different countries that I've always been interested in. So you know what? I'm going to leave that one like that. But I am going to put in, I think I'm going to put a line in this rim. I'm liking the split rim look on the rim of these pots, or these vases. Yeah, Master Game of Yellowstone. Yeah, right. The show or the actual park. Um, let's see. Leah writes, maybe if they'd quit playing God and Cloud seeding with creating black holes and all the craziness. These ones, right, right. Year storms would stop happening every year. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what's happening. There is some stuff going on, that's for sure. I see it all the time. We take pictures of it all the time in our skies up here in Connecticut. So I don't know if you guys are having the same thing. Your phone will say completely sunny, and then you'll see some planes doing some stuff, and it isn't completely sunny anymore. But I don't know what they're doing. What do I know? I'm a potter. I'm just a potter. All right, this one's looking all right. So what I do with this is just clean up this edge here. Get all the water out for all your aspiring potters. Get all the water out of their bottoms. Compress your bases. Compress, compress, compress. Everything about pottery is compression. That's my dog walking around upstairs. You can hear that. Stiff. Let's see. Are Swedes really some of the happiest, healthiest people in the earth? Yeah, right. They all have that blonde hair and olive skin. Maybe you don't know, but I have a few friends that have come over from Sweden to the States, and it's like, man, what the heck? It's just everybody look like you? Master Gaming. I live right next to where they make Yellowstone. Okay, cool. Darby. Cool. That's very cool. I haven't watched too much of that. I watched it a little bit. If you're talking about the show. I love that Leah asked if we're all healthy. And right after I'm saying I have to go get my smokes. Well, your smokes are probably healthier over there too. There's probably not as much stuff put in them. Yeah. He writes, well, I don't know what's up. Climate change shift, yeah. Human interference, yeah. I don't claim to understand it fully. I don't either. I'm not an egghead. What do I know? The storms can tell. Oh, the storms, everything. Everything's changing. It's all just changing. But it has been changing forever too. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a scientist. What am I supposed to know? I'm supposed to just make pots. Luckily, we have the thing on our apps, on our phones that say, "Hey, it's gonna rain today." Like when I was a kid, we had like 3 channels, and the one channel guy would go, "Wow, I think it's gonna rain." Probably the easiest job in the world. I could have taken that job. We have a 50-50 chance of rain today. I mean, I could have done that. I could have told you that. It's kind of windy. That's why I asked, you all look like a model for Universal Healthcare, right? Yeah, I know. I always see you know, at the top of the list for the happy people. So yeah, whoever is making that list is probably a little perturbed at their own life, and they're just like, yeah, these good-looking Swedish people, yeah, they're all happy because they're good-looking. Put them on the top of the list. I don't know. Who knows who's making these lists? Master Gaming says yes, the show. Okay, Yellowstone, the show. Gotcha. You'll know what time Ugg Church starts his live. I'm pretty sure. I hope he's going now. He said he had to unload 2,000 pounds of clay before he did his live. So he should be going pretty soon here. And then at 2:30, cruise back to this channel, and we'll both be on this one. So, but yeah, definitely go check out Ugg Chugs. He's a good guy. Yeah, and on the side of like weather stuff, I can't presume to know anything. Leah writes, well, McDonald said the system isn't broken, it's doing exactly what it was designed to do. That's, I mean, probably. I mean, again, I don't know. I'm just some potter in his basement, so it's a creepy one too. You see all the, it's a creepy basement. I'm working in a creepy basement, guys. Help. Just kidding. If I had super chats enabled or whatever, I'm not monetized yet. If I did, I would just be like, come on guys, I'm working in a creepy basement. Can you help me out? But yeah, no, maybe something is designed that way. There's things that happen and designs that happen. I think Finns are the happiest, and that's funny because the stereotypes of Finland from Sweden is that they are miserable drunks at night. Okay, I mean everybody's got their own stereotype. Connecticut people in the States, we have a stereotype that we're stuck up and that we're all rich. Well, maybe I say the word I too much. Maybe I'm a narcissist. I. But the people I know, they're not stuck up, and they're not really massively rich. They're just, we live in the most expensive state, so people do make more money, but they have to spend all that money to live here, so it all just kind of equals out. So the stereotypes are kind of funny. Some of them hold true, on certain things, for the area, for here anyway, and for other places that I've traveled within New England. Everybody's got their own, every state has their own stereotype. But, hey, that's what makes us all who we are, right? Where you are, how you conduct yourself, how you live. Show me how to live. Show me how to live. Sorry, guys. I can't sing like Chris Cornell, but he's probably my favorite singer. So. I also play guitar, so sometimes in these lives toward the end of the stream, I play my guitar for a bit. I don't know if I'm going to get to that today, because I got to do all this stuff and then go live with Chad. So, from Ugg Chugs. Let's see. Let's see. Master Gaming. Well, I just checked. He's not, but I'll wait. I've been a fan of his back since 2023. Yeah, that's how I found him. Hey, I was just kind of scrolling through stuff, and he popped up. I said, "Hey, another Potter," and we started chatting. And then I did a live feed with him on his channel. I guess that was this year. That wasn't 2023. So he's an awesome guy. So we keep calling each other Pottery brothers from other mothers because we have so many things in common. It's ridiculous. No, it's just ridiculous. And we'll probably talk about a lot of that when we're live together today on this channel. So tune back for 2:30. Sorry, guys. If I'm missing chat, I'm sorry. Let's see. Leah Browning. It's Leah. Like Leah. LOL. I had to switch so I could give chat a view too. Oh, is he on? Good. Well, yeah. You guys check out Ugg Chugs channel for sure too. Don't just hang out here, because whatever. Do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna be making pots. He's gonna be making pots. Chad's a good friend, so you do go over there, tell him that Ben says hi, and I'll see him in an hour or so over here on this channel. Actually, it's not an hour, so. Oh, yeah, it is an hour, so. 2:30. It's already 1:23. All right. Time's flying. You guys are making me have so much fun here. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. I've only been to Florida and NYC in the U.S. Nice. People in Florida was nice, and NYC was nice, but stressed out of their mind. Yeah. Well, I get stressed when I drive down there because I'm only 2.5 hours away, maybe 2 hours away, depending on traffic. And every time I drive down there, I have a few stores that sell my pots down there that I deliver to. And every time when I start to drive into it, I live out in the country. Grew up on a farm, like I'm a country boy, pretty much. So when I get there, I 100% feel stressed. It's odd. There's just too many people. The air smells like exhaust and Chinese food, which is fine. It's just, I'm used to having clean air around me. So then you start breathing weird. And then there's so many people that just jump in front of your car. They yell at you. They say things for no reason. Other than probably because I have a Connecticut plate on my car, my van. So, I don't know. It can get pretty crazy. I've never been to Florida. I live here in the States. It's only a 2-hour flight. I have yet to go. I will. There'll be a time when life slows down, but literally being a potter, you got to go and make pots and do stuff. Pretty much, I'd say 60 to 80 hours a week is what I'm easily averaging here. Not just on the wheel, but just working. Because most people I never did. I never really attributed, emailing customers and talking back and forth with people and this as work, but it totally is. Sabrina Suburban Gardens in here. Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Sabrina. Hope you're doing well today. All right, big city folks, for the most part. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting place. There's so much cool stuff to check out and whatnot. But I would imagine because you came over from Sweden that New York would be one of those stopping points. Or places to go check out, but then you would have to do like normal tourist thing. Let's go here, let's go there. Whatever you're into, you can find down there. So I'm into music. So when I go down there, I go and see like 3 shows in one day kind of thing. But I haven't been in a while. I did do a delivery in 2020. This one's 2022 was, I guess, the last time I went to the NYC. And yeah, I couldn't get out of there quick enough, in my opinion, in that moment. And the traffic was miserable, so. But it is what it is. Hey, in Sweden, if you're still in here, you drive on the right or left-hand side of the road in Sweden? Are you imperialistic or not in your driving? Oh, okay. So yeah, you did kind of the same thing. I literally just read off what I would say to do down there. And NYC was cool. Mostly went to pubs and listened to bands and stuff. Right. You drove on the left until 67. Okay. Well, the whole driving on the left literally goes back to like jousting on horses. So most people are right-handed, and you're going down on a horse, and you want to joust or you want to slash with your sword with your right hand. So people would pass each other left and right, which made sense, but I don't know. Driving in England was insanely difficult. Carmela is the best. All right, if you're the best. Hello, Carmela is the best. Thank you for tuning in today. Hope you're doing well. I'm just making vases today. I'm a flower pot maker by trade, if anybody's tuning in. I make flower pots for a living. and I'm doing actually stoneware vases today, and for the last few streams. So each one's a little different. This stuff, my major production is flower pots, and I make a lot of the same kind of things over and over again for stores, my website, which is benwillpottery.com, and also for a retail shop in my father's, so that he lets me share some show space. So that's what it is. Danny McNeese, hi Ben. I'm sorry, as a potter, do you inconsistently go throughout your day like you need to finish or fix something in what you see or do? Kind of. Yeah, kind of. But it's not even just fixing things with, I mean, the pots, like if I see something with a pot, yeah, I'm going to stop and go over there and fix it. But usually I try to make sure that everything is as to the best of my ability before it gets off the wheel. And if I do see something that is not acceptable for my quality control, I'll have to just talk to Ben over there, who's my pot quality control. My wife also too. But yeah, so there are moments where I'm like that, but that also translates into everything else. Even just mowing the lawn yesterday, I didn't like how the stripes were, so I went back and striped it better again. Who cares? You drive by and the lawn is fine. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's see, Hift 78D. Should I just say Hift? Is that how you want to pronounce your name? Have you ever used clay to build or mold? No, I have not. There is not enough clay in the world for that. It's so huge. Huge. I need thousands of pounds of clay. Carmelo's the best, man. Carmelo's the best. I don't understand what you guys talk about. Yeah, I have to do it on the street. It wouldn't happen. I would need to get thousands and thousands of pounds of clay. It'd just be too big. It wouldn't. The phone isn't big enough. The room isn't big enough. But I really do like your question. That's a very intuitive, well thought out question. You joker, you little joker. Karma is the best. I try to keep it family friendly here, guys, so I did not read actually what he said fully in the comment. I realized that midway through that I was being trolled and I needed to stop what I was saying, but I did answer to the best of my ability and honest. Kind of. All right, next pot. It would be nice though. I mean, pottery is cool and all. It was in the Karate Kid, so I think, which Karate Kid was it in? Oh, it was in Karate Kid 3, wasn't it? Man, you bring me back to the 80s. It might have been in Karate Kid 3. Are they making pots in Karate Kid 3? That'd be great, because all I get is ghost references all the time. I have to go rewatch. Yes, number 3. Okay, I knew it. I had it. That's when he comes in, he starts smashing all the bonsai plants and everything. Yeah. I'm going to have to rewatch that. Because if they were actually making pottery in that, we have another movie reference with pottery. Let's see. Carmela is the best, says I'm going to leave. Okay, see you later. Thanks so much, Carmela. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good day. And if you guys want to tune back in later, I'm going to be live with Ugg Chugs, who is my pottery brother from another mother. I'm in Connecticut. He's in Alabama. We're going to go live together at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So, in an hour. And I'm going to keep this live going until for another half an hour. And then I need to take 15 minutes and do some things and get ready for the dual stream. So, Oh, right. Sorry for writing in Swedish. Um, let's see. Carmel is Swedish too, so that's why. Oh, cool. I don't care. You can write with whatever. I just, like, I'm going to tell you, I don't understand what you're writing. That's fine. But now that I know you're Swedish, it really doesn't matter. I'll know it when I see it. If the, right, genuinely non-dirty question. Okay, yeah. Shoot. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read it again. And then I'm going to read it again, and then I might say it. Hey, all the hearts coming up. Thanks, guys, for hitting all those. I guess they were hearts or 100% or whatever they were. But I do appreciate those. Those are fun to see when you're looking at the screen. Those reactions, I guess I would say. Is pottery hard on your back, neck, and shoulders? It is. So what happens here is, like, you're compressing like this at all times. So your arms and your chest muscles and your shoulders. And I kind of like, I stand while I throw. So I keep my body straight. But when you bend over just a tiny bit like that and you put in all that pressure, your lower back, like I have sciatic, it must be sciatic nerve damage because it's from here all the way down to my ankle. It's just killing me all the time. So yeah, and you're moving thousands of pounds of clay all the time. That's what Chad was just doing before he started his live. If you follow Ugg Chugs, he had to move 2,000 pounds of clay into his studio. So yeah, everything does hurt, especially when you do it on a large scale. If you're doing it for a hobby and for fun, it's not gonna hurt. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel relaxing. Almost like trance-like. You get like, put into a meditative state. Sometimes I've seen friends that I've let try it. They go silent, and it's fun to watch. But yeah, to answer your question, I hope that answers your question because it is. It's massively strenuous on your body, and not only that, your mind, because like being a production potter, I have to make the same thing thousands and thousands of times. So they need to be the same. So I have to have my wits about me to make sure they're going to be the same. And then it's not just pottery. You're also, cleaning the pots, you're firing the pots, you're shipping the pots, you're taking picture of the pots for your website, you're fixing your kilns. You have to be an electrician in a way. There's so many different things that are involved with this, and yeah, it's not just easy. Yeah. Gonna go head over to Chad. Nice. Seeing a dual live. Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, appreciate you. Tell Chad that I said hi. Let's see, on the bright side, you're not gonna be an ex-member helped me from sciatic. Did it? Nice. Yeah, I've never done that before. That might help. Sometimes when I like hang like off of a pull-up bar or something, that like just separates my back a little bit, and I think that's been helping. But yeah, I haven't tried that. I'm not opposed to trying it either. Whatever. At this point, I am getting to the point where it's impeding some important things in my life. So, or I'm like groaning and making noises all the time because of the pain. I sound like a big baby, 43-year-old baby. So yeah, you never know. I might try out your advice. This one, I think, let's take a look back. So this is the point in the pot making the pot making process where I look at the line and the curvature of it to see if everything's to my liking, especially with these vases. Flower pots, I've done it so many times that they just get the treatment. I just know what to do. I know they're going to be right. These, I like to have real specific curves. I focus on the curve. I focus on the curvature. Let's see. Sabrina Suburban Garden says, looks good to me. Hey, thanks, Sabrina. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, there's a specific fluidity in the line. I guess. I don't know how to say these things without. I guess that's how to say it. I want the line to flow nicely and not just be like up, then over. I want it to be a nice, smooth curve. Because I guess that's my with the vases. It's definitely that's my OCD thing. They need to have a nice fluid curve. Hift writes, how did you get into pottery, then turn it into a job later? Your backstory. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I've been a potter since I was, I guess I sold my first pots when I was 16. So anyway, my father was a potter, is a potter. And he had me making pots at like 1 year old. But here's a picture of me at 3 making pots. So I didn't really take it seriously until I guess I was in high school, around 16 years old, 15 years old. I started working at it, and I would make pots. We'd cut them off. We'd look at them. We say, this one looks good. We'd wire cut them off. We take them. We throw them back into the mixer and the pug. Rethrow it. That way I didn't get attached to every one of my pieces. And I did that, and I think around then, there was one time where I was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave. If you throw these back in, whatever, we're good. My dad kept them, fired him. And the next weekend I showed up, because I spent weekends with my dad. Next weekend I showed up, and he's like, here's, $100 or whatever it was. And he said, hey, I'm like, what's this for? And he's like, your pot's sold. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, the ones you made, I kept them. They were good enough to keep, in my opinion. So I kept them. I sold them. So a light bulb went off. So I started putting in stuff on time and weekends doing it. I kept other jobs, finished high school, obviously, but I was milking cows for my stepfather at the time and all this stuff. So on weekends, when I could, I'd make pots. And then, yeah, 16 years old, I drove, well, I can say this now because it's a long time ago. I drove illegally up to a nursery because I didn't have my license, but I owned a car. I drove up there with a trunk full of pots, and I walked in and I said, hey, you guys want to buy my pots? And the guy who owned the store said, hey, you got the balls to come in here and ask me if you want to buy your wares. I'll take them all. And I was like, whoa. So light bulb went off. Kept on doing 20 hours, usually on weekends. And then finally, after doing masonry, carpentry, all the other jobs I was doing at the time to pull in my 40 hours and doing 20 hours making pots, finally the 20 hours started to rival the 40-hour work week. Said, that's it, I'm gonna try it. I went for it, and I've never looked back. There's been ups, there's downs, there's good, there's bad, but yeah, that's the backstory there. Hifty 78 Hifty. Janelle Skelton writes, hi, you are describing it well. Yeah, that's what happened, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, so yeah, for anybody who is just tuning in today, I am making pots here for another 18 minutes or so, and then, well, a little bit after that, but and then I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to restart the stream with Ugg Chugs. We're going to be doing a live stream here on my channel together, so 2 potters at the same time, making pots, talking with each other, hanging out from 2:30 maybe to 3:30, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. So dual stream with Ugg Chugs today. Should be fun. He's turned it out to be a good friend, so I did a live stream with him probably 4 months ago or something. We had a great time, realized how much stuff we had in common, all this stuff. So we're gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna introduce him to my channel. That way people, you know, that don't know of him get to know him. And anybody that's watching now, if you subscribe, come back in and ask questions, and we should be able to get to you. We're gonna try to talk, because we talked the whole time the last time just to each other. But this time I kind of want to answer any questions that people have as well. So if you guys have any questions for both of us being potters, tune back in. You can watch Ben Wolff Pottery and Ugg Chugs live together. We had a pottery battle this week. He was sending people into my live, and I was sending people into his live. I was saying things for them to tell him, and then they kept going back and forth, and it was pretty ridiculous and pretty funny. So let's see. Sabrina Suburban Garden. Can that green clay most children play with in school be fired? Really depends. I don't know if it's self-hardening clay. I don't, you know, all the self-hardening clays aren't the same color, but some clays are self-hardening and they're not even meant to be fired. They're just meant to go home with you. But most schools, if they have a kiln, then yeah, they should 100% be fired. But it really depends. It's really not the color of the clay, because you could add, like, this is a white clay. I know the lighting here is not the best, but this clay, you could add colors into the mix to make it look different colors. But when you fire it, it would end up looking, you know, white in color. So I'd have to know exactly what the name of the clay and do a quick research on it was. But when you do have stuff like that that can be fired, you can always bring, you know, your home oven can only go up to 400 degrees. Nothing really gets solidified and strength-wise until at least probably 1,000 degrees, but you can get it warm enough and dry enough to where if you didn't touch it, it wouldn't, you know, dissolve or anything. You know, once upon, you know, it dries, it can sit there forever as long as it doesn't get wet or whatever. So that's awesome. Him writes good on your old man for his approach. Yeah, he didn't want me to. He didn't train me as a traditional potter. He let me. So yeah, I'm doing vases, whatever today. Again, for the last 3 or 4 streams, I think I've done different ones. So, but yeah, traditionally you would wedge clay for a potter for years. Then you would finally get up to the wheel. Then you get this and that, and you'd have to make thousands of this one thing that they wanted you to sell for them. Blah blah blah. Then you finally be able to go out on your own. He didn't want me to get deterred from it. I have learned a lot from him. But if I was to say anything about teaching wise, you know, I really learned from watching what he did, and he really wanted me to be my own artist. So he showed me how he was his own artist, and I learned how to do that on my own. Let's see. Sabrina, I'm using it over and over. It never dried out. Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I'm confused on what it was for you. I mean, I wonder if you were like, it wasn't Play-Doh, but I wonder if, I don't know, or maybe the clay actually, well, yeah, no, I'm wondering what the material was that you were using there, Sabrina. Is he sending people over here, Master Gaming? Is that what he's doing? Yes, Bert. I had to apologize to Bert because Ugg Chugs has this action figure, which he uses for super chats. He is sending people over here to do this. Okay, that's fine. And I had to apologize because I called Bert a doll, and he's not a doll. He's an action figure. But I didn't know that. I was offended. I offended Bert and the whole Bert community, and I apologize. So yeah, he's sending people over here. Actually, anybody who hasn't subscribed to Ugg Chugs has, I wish I could put it in here. Maybe Sabrina, if you could type in, if you're in here, type in Ugg Chugs channel to send over people to subscribe to him as well. And if you guys do, go in there and say, what you guys let me know what we should say to combat him sending people in here. Because he's going to say, come in here, wait 10 seconds, then say something. So what do we say to him back? Let me know in the comments, guys. Nothing rude. He's a friend. He's a good friend, so we can't be rude to him. We all had, yep, Master Gaming. He's the most Bert. There you go, at Ugg Chugs. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate you so much. I'm sorry, I've never asked anything upon any of the moderators I have in here, but I truly appreciate you, Sabrina, for actually typing that. Thank you so much. All right, so I gotta get another piece of clay ready. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's listening to him, Master. Sabrina writes, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Look at this. Look at this. This is what happens sometimes, guys. What the? See, when people say is things that happen that are weird with pottery, look at this. It's a tie-off, like a bread tie-off, stuck in the middle of the clay. That would have sucked when I was throwing it because it has metal in it. That could have done some stuff. Hey, that doesn't happen every day. You saw it here first. That's ridiculous. But yeah, anyway. Hopefully there's not another piece of something strange in here. That's like one of the oldest gags in the world too, to do to somebody. I wouldn't say it to do it, but if you have potters, you know, that are friends, messing with their clay when they're not around is the worst. Because you go to do something with it. People don't realize this wheel spins fast. So if there's something in that clay and it gets a hold of your hand, like, it can just rip you right open. So yeah, that could have probably ripped me open a little bit. I would have felt it, but I would have pulled it out and been like, what the heck is this? Who knows? Maybe we'll find something in this piece. It's time for another vase. Yes, Master Gaming, you will know when he invades you. I know I will. And that's fine. I am prepared to retaliate. I guess. I'm not really prepared to retaliate. I like the guy. The problem is with me is when people start saying things. Janelle Skilton writes, I think I need to sub to Ugg Chugs. I double checked. Yeah, you should. He's a good guy. But he's going to be in here live with me at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And he's live right now, so. Actually, hey, who's in here that's going? Master Gaming, you still in here? I think Master Gaming just typed and left, which is fine. $40 likes, guys. Appreciate all the likes for everybody watching today. I appreciate ya. Jacob, where? I'm making a vase. A vase. A vase. Yeah, Jacob. I'm not doing that. I don't know if I have ever done that before. Mm. Fresh cup of Joel. Work got busy. I might miss out on the Pottery Bros stream. No, but looks like things. By the looks of things, oh, yeah. Womp womp womp. Yeah. I'm sorry, Joel. That's not good because we were gonna actually give you lessons the whole time, guys. Just to let you know, anybody in this live right now that wants to see a potter starting from scratch in his pottery journey, Fresh Cup of Joel has been, he's got a wheel, he's been working on centering and bringing up the walls, cutting the pots apart to see how thick his walls are. He's doing all the right things so far. We've all been encouraging him. All the potters at, Swan City, Muirhead Pottery, Ug Chugs, me, a bunch of other people have been going into his lives when he can and just saying, hey, do this, do that. We're bombarding him with knowledge. But if you like to watch somebody start from scratch, I would definitely suggest subscribing to him and checking out. And when he does go live, we try to get in there. And yeah, Fresh Cup of Joel. No, that really blows. Yeah, well, we're not gonna do that. I'm kidding. We might. If we see you coming in, we're just gonna start telling you facts. Random facts about pottery. You never know. Chad and I do not have an agenda. Chad from Ug Chugs and I do not have an agenda for today's dual Pottery Brother live stream, which will be starting at 2:30 Eastern time. So in about half an hour. So it should be a good time. Tune back in, please. And Fresh Cup of Joel, that stinks you're not going to be here. But I think you've seen us a lot before in the past. So, I don't know. And I'm also going to try to do a live lesson with Fresh Cup of Joel coming up soon. I haven't given an exact time. Country Kid Bird, sup? I'm going to try to do a live lesson with Fresh Cup of Joel. It's really hard to, I've been texting in or chatting in, typing in. Like I said, I have a vernacular of a woodchuck, guys. So I've been typing in what ideas for him to try and to do and this and that. But to be able to talk to him in person, verbally, I think I'll do a better job of describing what I'm saying. It's too bad he lives all the way up in Canada, because we could, doing it in person is honestly the best way to do it. I could literally take a piece of clay, center it for him, and go, hey, feel what this feels like. And you'd be like, oh, this is a centered piece of clay. Like, really center it. Which you're doing. But, like I said, or this is what a wall should feel like when it's up. Pull one up, let you feel it, that whole thing. So that's missing the human interaction in person. But next best thing would be to do it. And we were talking about doing it live, and I think we're going to do it live on your channel there. So subscribe to Joel. And maybe you'll get to see a Ben Wolff pottery lesson with Joel. I'm going to try to do that this weekend, but if I can. So we have to be after work. And I don't know. Whatever. Hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. Works good. Janelle Skilton writes, woodchucks don't know the word vernacular. You are good. Woodchucks can chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Here we go. Here it comes, guys. Here comes the all hail Bert. I had no idea the battle was over. I had a white flag up and everything. All hail Bert. It's just going to be spammed all hail Bert. It's coming. Chad is sending his minions over, and I'm ready to retaliate. Because I actually have a Ugg Chugs mug. Ugg Chugs, I accept your battle. I bought your mug. And I drink out of it. Slurp out of it. There's only one of you, hacker. You're the only one to listen to him. Yeah, the joke's on you, hacker. Please don't hack me. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the rest of the all hail Berts to come in. Bert is Ugg Chug's action figure. I do not need to upset Bert like I did the other day by saying that he was a doll. He's not a doll. He's an action figure. All right, so this one is a done. Actually, I'm kind of liking this one. Has a this is very Japanese in style. Again, like I said, guys, when you get people that are making pots, they say where your inspiration comes. It really comes from a whole different, every kind of style that I do. If I'm making vases, I'm really inspired by Asiatic or Japanese, Korean, mainly Japanese and Korean. I like Chinese style vases or vases too, but really Japanese are flower pots. Italians. Italian flower pots are absolutely amazing. I love their stuff, and English, old British. Let's see, Bert and Mug Chugs rolls. If somebody has a Kurt Cameron doll, I gotta find an 80s kid, female. They probably had one of those. I actually have a He-Man figure at my mom's house that's hanging on a barn. I'm not going to say what he's hanging from because that'd be probably weird to say on YouTube. But he's hanging up there, and he was one of the action figures from He-Man. So, yeah. Anyway, hacker, go back over there and tell him I'm looking forward to having him in the live in about 25 minutes or so. And yeah, so actually at this point, because it's only 25 minutes away, I gotta go to the bathroom and get ready. I gotta put on my makeup. Anyway, no, I don't have to do that, but I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna tune back or head off here. And then in about 25 minutes, I'm gonna pop back on with Ugg Chugs, and we're gonna have a dual pottery stream. So tune back in. And thank you guys, everybody who hit the like button today. We got 46 likes in under 2 hours. That's really awesome. A lot of people tuning in. Nice comments. Appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you in about 25 minutes. Sabrina Suburban Garden Break. But it's okay. See you over there. Actually, he's going to be over here. So he's coming on to this channel. So you'll see it. I wish there was a way to just end this feed and just like add him to the thing. That way I didn't even have to end this. But I got to end it, start up a whole new one with a whole, whatever, new thumbnail and all that good stuff. Whatever. We're going to figure it out. I haven't had anybody on mine. He had me on his. We're going to figure it out. We will see you in about 25 minutes. Stay classy, YouTube.